Welcome to our next podcast. This is your boy Evru. I'm doing a special podcast today because I'm up watching the New York Liberty game here. I see everyone's doing podcasts about the NBA schedule and stuff like that. But the New York Liberty are literally in the playoffs, and they're playing against the defending champions, uh, Chicago Sky. And I just looked through YouTube, and there's only one other podcaster that I see out there that I notice is actually doing anything about this, they're making anything. So I'm gonna shout them out. Shout out to the Windy City Breeze. That podcast is the only podcast that I see that's actually doing play by play or doing anything for the New York Liberty, man. So this podcast, for those that are wondering what the hell's going on here, I am doing a special podcast, and if the Liberty continues to go on, I will continue to do this halftime to crunch time thing here just to bring more awareness to this New York Liberty team, man. So right now, as you can see on the screen there, which is the NBA, excuse me, the Google scoreboard, which is not really that good as far as being up to date and stuff. Right now on my scoreboard, I see 55 to 47. So shout out to uh, Miss Laney. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But right now, I just want to give props to my Liberty, man. I'm enjoying watching the game. I'm a Liberty fan. I'm not a diehard Liberty fan, but I like the Liberty enough that they need some respect, man. They got a lot of good players this year. It's been a lot of injuries and stuff throughout the season. They had two really bad losing streaks in the beginning, and I think like towards the end. But then everybody started getting healthy, and they're back now. So now they can battle a team right now. So what's good with the Liberty right now is they don't have a scouting report, because most of their players have been hurt all year. So there's no real videotape to scout. So and also these WNBA games are only three games, best of three series. So the Liberty could sneak in and steal a game in Chicago. And then just going by the way the female game is, the Liberty can actually take both games in Chicago. It's very possible, man. So hey, shout out to my pops. My pops is taking a look here. I haven't seen my pops pop in on the podcast in a while. I know he must be tired of me cursing, but I'm gonna be cursing tonight because we're probably gonna have some new fans tuning in, trying to see what's going on here with the Diehard Next podcast talking about the Liberty. But like I said, there's nobody really talking about it, man. So right now I'm watching the game, and we'll get into it. Like I said, I'm not a diehard fan, man. So you got to bear with me with some of the names and stuff. I'll be calling out numbers, and just letting it fly right now. So one young lady that I really love, man. Let me to get this together here. Uh Dangerfield, man. Dangerfield, she was a rookie of the year maybe like 2 years ago. But see that's what I'm trying to say with this WNBA. According to just the way that they handle stuff, it's just that and also too, women are just different than men. So if women have a down year, they usually have a really, really down year. Or if they haven't like tapped into their potential, sometimes it takes 2, 3 years for the females. They'll go from 1 point a game, 2 points a game, to all of a sudden 16 points a game. And in the WNBA, 16 points a game is damn near 30 points in like for the NBA barometer. So like right now, they have a great starting five. They got like I said, I mentioned Laney. They got Dolson. They got Lady Mamba there. She's pretty good too. So they got a really good starting five. They picked up the young lady from Seattle. Right now, of course, Chicago, they have the GOAT. The Chicago's GOAT there. They call her CP3, Candace Parker. They got to give her own identity, man. She's Candace Parker. She shouldn't be CP3, like copy, CP3. She needs her own moniker, man, because she's the GOAT. They need to call her the GOAT straight like that. Because I don't think there's anybody better than Candace Parker as far as like longevity, as long as she's been in WNBA and stuff. So let's get into it, man. Right now, number 20 with the ball. Superficial pick there. Give it back to Dolson. Dolson, yeah, I didn't really like her game as far as like what she contributes to the box score. Because if you're looking for box score bandits in WNBA, you're not really going to see too many of them. But this girl Dolson, she knows how to set picks, man. She's very smart, vocal out there. So that's something that's incredible. Right now, you got see, I'm not really good at pronouncing the young lady's name. I don't want to mess it up right now. I'll get it together as the game goes on. But number 20, they got her running point. But she is a point, man. But really, like, and as you can compare it to the NBA, I'll be doing that in the beginning here. She's just more of like a James Harden type of thing. She's not necessarily like a real like point guard per se, even though she can play point guard. I would love to see this girl Dangerfield get the ball more. Shout out to Dolson again on the inside. Nice little put back. There might be an injury there in Chicago. They might need to call a quick second on 20-second to get her off the court here. Yeah, so they call a little 20-second, maybe even a full timeout just to get her off the court. It's a different game, man. Because I mean, these young ladies, they don't play above the rim, so there's not a lot of open plays type of things. Everything is on the ground. So these young ladies are real physical. They get hurt a lot out there. As you can see, this young lady, she's shooken up here. But let me get my little pocket rocket here together, aka my phone, so I can make sure I can get these names down properly. So anyway, my young lady Sabrina, I'm not gonna call her by her last name because I can't pronounce her last name. No matter how many times I've seen it or heard it said, I just can't say it. So Sabrina is the one that I was talking about as far as being a Swiss Army knife. At the present time, she has 9 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. I mean, she does everything. But me personally, I would like to get her off the ball, man. If you want to say Iverson or something like that, she's definitely like that, like a Dwayne Wade. All those guys could play point guard, but you don't want her playing point guard, even though she's really good with the ball in her hand. Because even though I think she might be a field player too. She's like she needs the ball to get a feel, but I get it. But I really like the idea of having Dangerfield around, just to add that second ball handler. Since the Liberty has been out there, they haven't really had a second primary, second ball handler out there at any given time for the Liberty as long as they've been in existence, man. So, it just excites me to see that. There's a couple other players here that I really like. Matter of fact, the whole roster. If you want to compare it to the Knicks, I'll be comparing back and forth between the NBA and the WNBA. But if you want to compare it to the Knicks players, even though I'm a hardcore Knicks fan, I love the Knicks. I could talk about everything that's going on with the squad. I don't have a love for any of their players. Now, when it comes to the Liberty, it's a whole different situation because I feel like I like their whole roster. You know what I mean? Shout out everybody else. Sabrina L. You know what I'm saying? That's Baby Mamba. You got the what's this girl's name? Natasha Howard. She's excellent too. That's a young lady that they got from Seattle. She's like almost like I can't even describe what she is. She's like almost like she's like a what can I describe as far as like the Knicks is concerned? I can't really do that. But she's definitely like a scorer, defensive player. She's really good. Like I said, I mentioned Dolson. Dolson's their center. Right now she has 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. How many blocks does she have right now? She has 1 block. Shout out to Howard again. She had 15 points. Not really rebounding the ball right now. She has 1 rebound. But here's the thing. Like I said, with female basketball, you have to understand that some nights, like even though they might average like 7 rebounds per game, you got to deal with the nights when they have 1 rebound. Because for every 1 rebound game they'll have, all of a sudden they'll get 15 rebounds. That's just the way that the female basketball is. You just have to. That's something that you just have to understand when you're watching. I really like Laney, man. What's her name? I think her name is Brittany Laney. Excuse me. I can never pronounce her first name either. Bit Ninja, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But she's one of my favorite players. I really love her intensity. She's a really good scorer. She has 11 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Uh, you got this young lady, Johannes. She's from France. She's excellent too. Really good shooter, international player. Always kills the U.S. team USA when they're playing against France. So this young lady that was shooken up, she might have like turned her ankle, but she's gonna stay out there. Her name is Clea Cooper. Right now they're showing her right now on the screen. So what else we got here? We got Rebecca Allen is dope. She plays great defense. They got her coming off the bench, which is where she should be. They had her starting before. A young lady, Miss Han from China, Han Zhu. She's excellent to me. I would love to see her start eventually, but a young lady like Dolson that has the championship experience with Seattle, that you understand why Zoo is not playing. But Zoo is like I think she's like 7 foot. No, I think she might be almost 7 feet. She's 6'10" as a young lady. 6'10", and she's 6'10", and I still outweigh her by like 50 pounds. It's crazy. Your boy needs to lose weight. Anyway, for any Liberty fans popping in here, man, this is your boy Diehard Eru. I used to go by Eru the Any Star. Now I'm just using Diehard Eru. Just makes it more simple. Yeah, man. So let me say what's up to you guys. You got Julian here, wondering what the hell I'm talking about here. We got the Liberty. Liberty's in the playoffs, man. Yeah, man. You didn't even know. See, I mean, listen, the Liberty had a really weird season because they had a lot of injuries. So they lost a lot in the beginning, and then they won a little bit, and then they lost a lot at the end. So if they would have just won 4 extra games, they wouldn't have to like sneak into the playoffs. They would have just made it playoffs outright. But it still would have put them in the same spot. So good 3-point shot there by Dolson. The Liberty run a nice little offense. Everybody communicates. You can see that defense is what is really their staple. They really play really good defense with the Liberty. Good switching. Everybody's communicating, pointing, and stuff like that. Showing, trying to prevent the drive. The same young lady that fell before, she fell again. You know what I'm saying? So they probably need to get her out of here just so they can do some treatment to her leg or something. Because once you turn that once you get that little calf strain or maybe turn the ankle, your leg is gonna be wobbly, man. So you really need to get that treatment. But if you want to see good basketball, man, right now the Liberty are playing really good right now. The score on the screen it says 63 to 55. Let me see what they say here. 63 to 55. I think the timing might be a little off, between the scoreboard and the real score, but it's dope, man. Yeah, man, they're definitely in the playoffs, man. So I mean, if you like basketball, you want to see some New York basketball cheer against the defending champions, the Chicago Sky. Right now is a good time to get into it. Right now we're in the third quarter, 5 minutes and 33 seconds in the third quarter, 63 to 57 at the moment, man. So here we go with Sabrina bringing up the ball. It's being guarded by number 35. I don't know her name. Here comes the little pass over to Dolson with a like nice little wraparound screen into the middle. Outside for Howard, number 6. She misses the three. Good rebound. Oh, did they call over back or did they call loose ball foul or the same young lady that fell on the floor? Like I said, she's not reacting properly. So good for Chicago. They want to keep her out there. They really need to call a timeout and get her out the game, put somebody else in there. Not that I want them to win. Shout out to Canal. Yeah, girls basketball is definitely way more physical, man. There's not a lot of complaining too, because like I said, when you have athleticism, you tend to like people tend to have a little fear, they have a little fear in you because you can move fast. In the female game, they're not really blowing like there's not too many females that play this game that just blowing by anybody. Nice little fast break by the Liberty. Looks like the old Knicks there with Walt Frazier in them. Uh, Sky is kind of not playing their game. Just now they went coast to coast just now, number 22. That's not really their game. They're not, their game is not to be doing that. But also the Liberty, they definitely don't want to get into a shootout with a team like this because this Chicago Sky, I know for a fact that they had 6 players in double figures for the season. So with the women's basketball, that's kind of unprecedented a little bit. It's usually kind of top heavy with some of the greater teams, but to have 6 guys, 6 young ladies in double figures, that's pretty good. So here we go. The Liberty's the defense is kind of broken down now. They're letting there's 2 basic coast to coast fast breaks there. So now the Chicago Sky is on a little bit of a run. The Liberty forced a couple shots there. So now we're talking about 65 to 63. So we're going into a timeout, man. So let me get back into this to these comments here. So Ralph Diaz wants to throw the government out there. What's up, Raphael? Why does everybody call you freaking call you Ralph, man? Your name is Raphael, for Christ's sake. Raph is one thing, but Ralph, that shit drives me crazy, man. Yeah, but that's the government. Efrain Ruiz, for anybody that they would like to know how to say that in Espanol. I used to know a co-worker with that name. Yeah, okay. There's a whole bunch of people in the South America that has that same name. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. That's why I go by the name I go by. Uh did Joel? Yes. Well, not drop. You can't really say it like that. The thing is, here's the thing with women's basketball. There's not a lot of interest, man. So when they were in MSG, MSG is a bigger venue than the Barclays Center. So it just costs too much to house them in the Garden. Especially with the training facility is up in Westchester. So the young ladies were training in Westchester, and that's kind of a hardship for players that are not making the money that NBA players make, and not just them, the franchises are not allowed to spend money on their players. That's another thing that nobody really gets to. Like the WNBA is not allowed to spend extra money on their players. They have like rules in place that teams that can afford to spend more, they're not allowed to spend that money on the teams. So everybody has to be on the same playing field with that. So team buses and things of that nature. Like I said, these ladies are not living in $1 million mansions. A lot of them, not for nothing, what's the young lady's name they used to play? I can't think of her name right now, but she was their starting power forward that went to the Washington team. I can't think of her name at the moment. If anybody in the chat is paying attention, she actually lived over here in Queens, nearby me. Over here on Queens Boulevard. She actually lived in a building on Queens Boulevard, for Christ's sake. And I seen her plenty of times getting out of there, jumping into cabs and stuff like that. Just regular apartments that me and you can get. because they don't really don't make that much money, you know. So you're talking about like $500,000 condos, that type of thing. That they're living in your neighborhood because they're just not millionaires. They just don't have the revenue and stuff that comes with that. There's a couple things with the WNBA that's not really doesn't really sit well with me. Here we go, Natasha Howard. She's at the line again. She has 17 points, only one rebound. That one rebound is killing me because if you want to put her against Candace Parker, she can bang with Candace Parker, man. I don't know what Candace Parker has right now as far as her rebounds and stuff. Candace Parker's a beast. She got 15.7 rebounds, 5 assists. She's kicking. She's like ageless too. But this girl, uh, Howard, she's really good too, man. She could bang with her. So to see her getting only one rebound at this present time is not really good for me, man. This doesn't really sit well with me. Yeah, man. Yeah. So I mean, it's just that the people don't really watch, man. Chicago right now, they just won the championship, so of course everyone's there because everybody's there because they just won. But a lot of times too, they push the crowd a little bit closer. They'll only sell the lower bowl. They won't sell the upper level seats, and if they do, they'll push everybody down towards the middle as the game goes on. Or they'll encourage people to come down. They won't stop them from coming down. They'll let them come down just to fill up the screen when people are watching. Because if you look in the game now, there's a lot of empty seats out there, for the Chicago Sky game. So the revenue is just not there. And then also too, at the same time, these WNBA teams, they can't charge $100 a seat. They can't charge $80, over $100 like that for regular seats. They can't do that. So they have to charge a lot cheaper, especially in the playoffs. They still got to charge cheaper than what the NBA would charge. Try to get a Knicks ticket in the playoffs, man. You're talking about hundreds of dollars, man, for regular seats. You're not going to get that type of revenue with the WNBA. Yeah, man. So I'm enjoying the game. I'm still watching. That young lady that hurt her ankle, she's still getting busy there. A lot of communication on offense. They're trying to get Candace Parker on the inside. Nice little spin to the baseline, turnaround jump shot, no good. Here goes Sabrina with the running the point here, top of the key. She's looking up and down the court. She gives the ball to Laney. She kind of lost the dribble there. I don't think she was ready for the pass. She was more looking to make the hockey assist before she actually got a hold of that dribble. Yeah, man, she's a really aggressive basketball player, very, very aggressive offensive player. Uh, Liberty are playing like a 2-3 zone at the moment. They're kind of playing man. It's a little hybrid man zone defense. A lot of action on the inside. They're trying to get a post going here. Got Candace Parker top of the key in the Chris Webber section. Just drove baseline. No help on the inside. They call it a foul. I didn't agree with that. If anything, they look like she might have been baseline, but I guess they try to say that she pushed the Chicago player baseline. I think that was Rebecca Allen. Yeah, that's Rebecca Allen right there, number 9. She's a really tough player too. She's beautiful, by the way. Rebecca Allen, she's like a freaking supermodel, but she's tough as can be, man. A lot of these young ladies are beautiful, man. I don't think she's their point guard, but I think that is the number 35. She's beautiful in the Chicago Sky. That's one thing I want to say too, since we're talking about the WNBA. It would be nice if these young ladies got endorsement deals, because the endorsement money, the endorsement, not just money but attention, would be great for the league. I just don't get why they don't tap into that. Especially just for feminine products alone, not just talking about feminine hygiene and things of that nature. Because I mean, look, you talking about professional sports and feminine hygiene? Come on, that's like 1 and 2 right there. That should be like the first thing. Then you got hair care products and also things that young ladies like makeup, of course, but that's not always like the first thing, makeup, I mean, but what about other things that the young ladies can use, deodorants and stuff like that, equipment, actual like clothes that actually fit them. Because a lot of the ladies, if they don't have endorsement deals and stuff by certain companies, they just wearing men's clothes when they go out there. That's in 2022, that shouldn't be, man. 2022, that all that stuff shouldn't be. It should be a better better thing out there for the young ladies, especially basketball shoes. A lot of the young ladies, they just wear the men's shoes. you know Women have different feet. They have different needs and stuff. It's just the knees are not the same. Physically they're not the same than men, so they need their own stuff. So I don't understand why that money, if anything, is not flooded into this league. They want to talk about expanding the league. Here's another thing too. For those that are not really up on it like this, if I hate to keep racking on that stuff, but this is the first time I ever talked about WNBA. It's just it's just odd. I think they have like a solid 12 roster, and they don't have anything more than that. Like at one point, it was only 10. They can only carry 10 people, but I think now it's 12. They really need to expand each roster to 15. If they expand the rosters to 15, then they don't at the moment they wouldn't have to expand. Because they don't have an injury reserve. So let's say if they have 12 players and like two girls get injured, they gotta waive them. Even if they're star players, if they're injured for the season, they have to waive them because they need the roster spots. They need to put somebody in those spots. So give them 15 roster spots. A lot of people talking about the G League. People don't even watch the WNBA. Why would they have a G League? It's certain things that don't make no sense, man. Give the franchises 15 roster spots. That way they can keep three young ladies in the stash just in case something happened. And if young ladies are having an off year, or if they need further, the freaking Chicago's definitely hot right now. Got number 30, just hit a corner 3-point shot. Before they start to expand, they really need to expand those rosters. Maybe not expand the league next year, just expand the rosters next year, and then see how that plays out. And then look to add new teams, man. So Ralph wants to know if I'm Dominican. No, I'm not Dominican, man. I'm Puerto Rican. So you already know the vibes already. Nothing against Dominican people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely Puerto Rican. My dad is Puerto Rican. Shout out to Efrain Ruiz Senior here. I am a junior, but my pops is Puerto Rican. My mom's is not Puerto Rican. My mom's is just American, black, African American, whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? Here goes Sabrina just chucked up a 3-point shot. Bad possession by the Liberty. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty here, man. We basically tied up here 73 to 72, 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Good ball movement by Chicago, but a bad pass there intercepted by the Liberty. Got number 20, Sabrina, top of the key, gets it to Dawson. This is a typical play by the Liberty here. They go inside, outside, back to the inside. Laney just got fouled on the inside. They just called out of bounds. Here's another thing too. Let me see with the disparity here with the foul calls here. Let me see. Team stats, personal fouls, 12 to 9. Liberty has 12 to Chicago's 9. I feel like they're not really calling anything on Chicago, but this is their arena, so I get it. You can't really get too mad about that. What's the free throw percent disparity? Free throw, 9 free throws for the Liberty and 18 for Chicago. There you go, right there. That's the game. Because a lot of these calls, the Liberty should have gotten some of these calls here. So 9 to 18, that's a big problem. That's a big problem. But the Liberty are playing good defense, man. They allowed the young lady to get on the inside, but there's nothing they can really do there. So the Liberty calls a timeout. Chicago just takes the lead to end the third quarter. They might. I don't know if they're gonna review that because she basically shot that right at the buzzer. But we'll see. Nice backdoor play. Good defense, man. Able to get the hand on the ball. Laney got a little stuck there. She's trying not to foul. But sometimes you gotta let the other team feel you, man. Sometimes you gotta let that foul happen. But that's what's up, man. Thank you, Rafael Diaz. All good. I was gonna say Dominican or Puerto Rican. All good, man. Yeah, it's all good. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Definitely mixed over here. Yeah, man. Yeah, I love basketball. For those that love basketball, for those that are not really into the Liberty, you really should check it out. I'm not nobody's asking me to do this. Like I said, I just decided to open up the channel just for the Liberty tonight because nobody else is doing it. Like I said, once again, shout out to the Windy City Breeze for anybody who wants to check them out. They're a Chicago-based podcast, and he opened up his channel for the Chicago Sky, to call the games. I like calling games too. You see halftime at crunch time. I usually do that for the Knicks. This season coming, I won't be doing halftime at crunch time. Maybe if I can't make it for the full game, you might see halftime at crunch time. But I will be trying to do a full game recap, not recap, full game watch along. During the season. Just like this, just talking shit about the Knicks during the game and talking about the game and stuff, my reactions and whatever. So like I said, nobody else is doing this for the Liberty, so I figure I'll come on and I'll get somebody to something to look at if you're interested in Liberty. Yeah, man. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this score here again. So I mean, the first quarter was typical, 24-20. You would assume that, but that third quarter, the Liberty really opened up and got 28-21 in that second quarter. So they really came on strong. I think like I said, the Chicago Sky don't really have a scouting report for what the Liberty is able to do with a full roster. So I think they got a little behind themselves a little bit, and they let the Liberty creep up on them. The third quarter has been a battle, 29 to 25. So that's basically almost a repeat of what the Liberty did to them. So right now it's only a 1 point lead right now. So these teams are for the most part in the beginning of this game are I ain't gonna say they're evenly matched, but they're a good balance between each other because Chicago they are top heavy with their two top players. Let's check out who let's see who the young ladies. Young Miss Cooper. Miss Cooper has 19-7 and 1. Cooper is the one that hurt her ankle, the one I keep talking about. Candace Parker, she has 15-7. They also have another young lady in the backcourt, Quigley. Her name is Quigley. She has 14 points. Coming off the bench, they have a young lady named Stevens. She has 11 points, and nothing much else. You got another young lady named Vanderson. I think her name is. What's her name? Vanderson. Let's get this together here, guys. Yeah, Vandersloot, excuse me. Yeah, Vandersloot's been around for a while. So she has 9 points too. So I mean, they have, like I said, they had six young ladies that made double figures for the season. So let's take out the Liberty. Liberty actually have a few people in double figures as well. They starting lineup. You got Sabrina has 12, 3 and 5. Howard has 18-2. That two rebounds is driving me crazy. She can't show up to these games with only two rebounds, man. You got Dawson's kicking butt today, 13-6. She doesn't even average double figures in the regular season. Elaney has 13. She's doing well too. Dangerfield's not really doing much, and nobody else is really doing much either. But they are playing good defense, so you got to give them that. So the Liberty right now just allowed Chicago Sky, I think, to score again. I think it might have been a 3 point shot. Just hit a 3 point shot. So 73-77. Chicago Sky is up. It goes to Liberty running the same dribble handoff things that the Knicks usually do, but they were able to get the pick and roll going for Howard to the middle. She was guarded by three people, wasn't able to finish on the inside. So there you goes. Sabrina cuts off the point guard number 22. Good defense by the Liberty so far. Little pick right into Dolson, the center. Uh, Young lady number 30 just passed up a 3 point shot. They should have called 3 seconds on the shooter there for Chicago, number 33. But here goes Sabrina up the middle. She greeted at the half court on line. Number 32 just chucks it up. Bang! 3 point shot from the quarter, number 32. I think that's my young lady, the young lady from France. I believe that's who that is there. Yeah, I think that's her there. Well, she's on right now. She's number 23. She's guarding number 22. Nice little scoop shot off the backboard there for their point guard number 22. All right, the leading scorers for Chicago, they're both on the bench right now. So this is they're getting a little breather to hold on for the end of the game here for Chicago. Right now, the Liberty, they'll have all their whole starting crew right now. We got 8 minutes left. 8 minutes left in this game. 8 minutes and 39 seconds. She just bricks the free throw. Game is still close, 76-79. Liberty's down by three. Sabrina top of the key, being guarded closely. A little superficial pick there for Howard. Howard comes picks and tries to set up post position. Sabrina gets stripped. A little lob pass in for number 30. 30 throws it up off the backboard. She didn't even jump, and it goes in. Definitely big time below the rim games here. The Liberty can't let them blow this game out of proportion with their two main scorers on the bench, man. Dolson being they're being very physical with Dolson, and Dolson's throwing elbows. I mean, they're really playing physical against the Liberty, and Liberty can't seem to get a call. They're arguing with the refs, but yeah, they need to call a technical foul on this fucking coach here. He's going a little bit too crazy. They got to call a technical foul because I mean they're being very physical with the Liberty, man, and touching a lot of touch and goes here. The referees are not calling anything. Was that a foul there? No, I think that was on ball. But that has to be a made up. That had to be like a made up foul there. Because the referees didn't call it. They should have called it 3 or 4 times before that. Before that shot was up. So it is what it is. The Liberty are actually are at the free throw line now. The Chicago Sky coach is getting away with murder here with all that yelling and screaming, man. Cut that shit out. Let me see here. Almighty Finesse. Why is you watching WNBA? Because they're in the playoffs, man. The Liberty are in the playoffs. They have a good team this year. They're playing against the defending championship young lady Chicago Sky, and I just think it's worth doing something, for the Liberty because nobody else is. Not even the team. Not even their team is doing that. Not even any WNBA entities is devoting anything like this to the Liberty. So I figured today, since I'm not doing anything, and I'm not really interested in the schedule. I see a lot. I see Sim Nothing But Knicks is doing one. I think I saw Legion doing one too. Doing a full recap for the whole season. I'm not really too into that. It's cool. I'll check out to see what they had to say, but to break down the whole season, I'm not really into that. And I wanna see some basketball. And I forgot that the girls played today, or else I would have did a whole game recap. I forgot that they were playing. I caught them in the second quarter when the Liberty started to go on a run. So like I said, shout out to the Windy City Breeze. I got to give props to the other podcaster that's actually doing a play by play for this game. But he's in Chicago. So I'm in New York. So I mean, for anybody that's popping in now, want to know what the hell Eru's doing here. I'm doing a game recap for this WNBA game, and Liberty are in the playoffs. Playing. They have a really good team. Like I said, probably one of the better teams that they've had in a while. Full. They have they have a really good team, man. Like I'm gonna talk about. They can go nine deep. Really good team. So somebody has to do some play by play for these guys here. So right now, number 14, backing down, she pulls up. This is on the Chicago young lady. And then she fakes a foul. I mean, that's garbage, man. This WNBA refs that I've been watching is almost as worse than the NBA because I mean, number 14 shoots a 3-point shot and then she leans forward onto Sabrina. So right now, the Liberty is actually the referees are actually talking about it. So right now, if anything, they should give a technical foul to Chicago's to this on number 14 because like if anybody that's watching, she's pulling up for the 3-point shot. Sabrina is not coming into her space. Number 14 moves forward into Sabrina's space, and then she's holding her ankle, pretending as if Sabrina tried to cut her legs off. So if anything, if they have that rule there, I feel like they need to give her a technical foul for that bullshit. Who the fuck out of Liberty? Come on, finesse. Come on, man. Chicago Sky actually has the home court advantage. So what are they saying here, man? Fucking stupid ass vest. What are they saying here?
3 shots to make one.
It's Allie Quigley.
I mean,
She needs 1 shot to make 1.
yeah.
So they're giving her 3 shots. That's garbage, man. That coach, the way he was capping for them earlier. Now he at least call it both ways, man. You know what I'm saying? Call that shit both ways. You're gonna be upset about one play, but then you'll be okay with the other play. That's that garbage, man. Like whenever I coach, let's say if I coach like a little league, like younger kids and stuff like that, and I've done that in the past when my son was younger. Whatever, I used to do a little bit of that. I didn't cap for my team and lie for kids. I didn't do that. So if I was coaching in like professionally, I'm not gonna lie and cap. Like for my team, I'm not gonna do that. Just call the game straight. They call the game straight, and the referees they would have to respect it because they know that's where I stand for or whatever. So I know you want to fight for your own team. Good steal there on the inbounds pass by the Liberty. So the Liberty are still down by 4. Good steal by number what's the name, number 8, I think 85. Anyway, they just throw the Liberty just threw up a bullshit shot. Here comes the Chicago Sky. Chicago Sky got their 2 scorers back in the game now. Legal screen all day with Candace Parker and number 14 going back and forth. He goes number 30 back out to Candace. Number 22 picked by Candace. Candace on the inside trying to get post position. 3-second violation like a motherfucker. Excuse my language, young ladies. Anybody watching? Candace Parker, nobody boxed her out. She just catches the rebound, puts it back in there. Yeah, man. Yeah, I know you're just joking around, man. Everybody always jokes around with the Liberty. Howard on the inside, she blows a layup. I don't know what's going on with Howard, man. She blew a couple layups in this game already, and now she forces a foul there on Candace. Right now, to me, the Liberty are giving the game away. So what's the score? The time right now we're at the 6:22 mark. I feel like the Liberty are frustration. I want to say is getting to them and they're giving the game away. They're giving the game away right now. Like I said, the starters have been here and out there too long. So this coach here, is she like Tom Thibodeau? Here goes number 14. Nice pull-up jump shot. She misses it. Here goes Laney. Laney has, I feel like she hasn't touched the ball in since the second quarter, for Christ's sake. Nice little behind backdoor pass there to from Laney to number 23. Here we go, the Chicago Sky. Set a pick there, Candace Parker trailing. Side dribble there, little pick. Number 22 on the inside. The Chicago Sky number 2, the young lady that I keep talking about that hurt her ankle a little earlier in the game. She's really good, man. So just like the NBA, if you got players that can score, that can really score easily, like big men, that can really score easily. Like in the female game, if you have two people that can score easily on the inside, that chances are they're gonna be very, they're gonna have a good chance to win. The Liberty, we do have Howard, like I said, but we don't have that second player that can score on the inside like that. Everything is perimeter, jump shot related, fast break stuff, drives to the basket, that type of thing. But we don't really have that player that we could just dump it down to and get a bucket. Like I said, Sabrina, you can get a bucket from Sabrina, you can get a bucket from Howard. But I don't know what's good with Howard right now. Howard is not really showing her full game now, even though Howard got like 17 points. She has 18 points, but she's been quiet for the longest time, man. She's 7 for 13. So I mean, you expect a lot for certain players, man. But when it comes down to like crunch time and the money time, you really gotta give it up and start playing basketball, man. Yeah, I know you know who the Liberty are, man. You just don't watch the W. I get it. A lot of people don't watch the WNBA, but I mean they're here. There's a lot of talk about that the young lady that's over there in Chicago in Russia right now that's locked up. That's taking the big bulk of the talk. But while that's happening, there's a whole WNBA season that nobody gives a fuck about. They're talking about her as if there's no WNBA season. That's like the most of the conversation. And that's a big problem with the WNBA. That's why nobody cares. You know, like I said, I was talking about it earlier. Like expansion is something that they should not do with the WNBA right now. They really need to expand the rosters. They have a solid 12-man roster. So if somebody gets hurt and they need to fill a spot, they have to waive somebody. And that's not right. So that happens a lot in WNBA. So like if young ladies have like a bad year, like there's a young lady, her name is Dangerfield on the Liberty. She's not doing anything right now. She has 11 minutes, only 3 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and she hasn't played, most of the game. Like I said, only 11 minutes, and she started. But she actually was rookie of the year, and then the following year she had an off year, and they had to waive her because they need the roster spot. If they have somebody else that they can contribute right now, they have to waive the player. Even if the player is an all-star, she could just be having an off year. It happens in women's basketball. Sometimes young ladies just have off years, and then the next year they come back and they play much better. But it's just the way it is. But I mean, expand their rosters to 15, and that would help the situation a lot. Let that sit. The GMs and the teams settle down with that. Dealing with the salary cap and this, that, and the other, and then think about expanding the franchise again to 2 more teams. Yeah, Brittany Griner. Yeah, can't really get her name correct. It's not, my bad. But like I said, like Finesse said, you don't even really watch WNBA. I don't watch them either. I watch them sometimes. I'm not gonna come out and just say that I'm like some expert WNBA player, but I mean a person. But I do like to watch. I don't really know the players like that, but just like I like to watch pro am and things of that nature. When you just pull up and then on paper the good player is on paper, but I want to see you show it. So that's what excites me about watching the WNBA because like I said, a lot of these young ladies I don't know who the hell they are. Maybe I might have seen them in college a little bit, but I don't really know who they are half the time. But once you watch the game, you can see who could play well, and then you can get into it because it's basketball. Because I mean, if you could watch a Dykeman game or some of these pro am games and stuff, some of these pro am games you've seen, some are bad. They're just bad games. A lot of crazy shots. If we had the scouting reports and the freaking box score to follow along in the park while the game is going on, a lot of these teams are gonna be shooting 30 something percent, blowing layups, all kind of stuff. So I don't understand why the WNBA is being held to such high standard, man. These young ladies are still the best players in the world here. So here comes WNBA action here. Still 89 to 85. Liberty is down by 4. Liberty's kind of running the same plays here. Uh, they were trying to get Sabrina to go back door just now. Leaney missed the pass there. Good defense by Chicago. Good pump by Howard being double teamed. Sabrina going baseline, nice and slow. Leaney just cut to the basket. She blows a 12-foot jump shot. She should have went off the backboard there. She tried to touch it in because she was the shot clock was going down. Here goes Chicago. Number 22 is a good point guard, nice steady point guard. There's a couple things with the WNBA though. I mean, the ball is lighter. It's just crazy. A lot of stuff. Candace Parker going 1-on-1 against Dolson. That's money in the bank, but she blows the easy layup. Here goes Sabrina, dragging the ball up the court here. Nice little dribble handoff for the pick for Dolson. Double team, number 23. Dolson misses a wide open opportunity to make a layup. Howard is way out there to shoot the three. She misses it. Leaning on the inside with a nice big time rebound there. Here goes Howard on the inside. She got fouled, but the referee didn't call it. Now we're gonna do a jump ball here, jump ball situation. So the Liberty are blowing a lot of opportunities to score right now. Leaney blew a nice 12-foot jump shot. Howard blew like 2 shots there. Dolson blew an opportunity to score. So the Liberty are floundering, man. I guess they're squirming. Howard looks tired. Another thing too, this coach has this Liberty team 5 starters playing the entire fourth quarter. that is a Tom Thibodeau thing there. That is annoying. If you want to contrast to Chicago, while the Liberty were struggling in the beginning of the fourth quarter, their main scorers were on the bench. I'm talking about Chicago Sky. Chicago Sky's main scorers were on the bench. The Liberty starters have not come out this game in this whole fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for, since I'm keep comparing her to Tom Thibodeau, I'm going to expect her to make a substitution like when it gets down to 2 minutes. Chicago Sky is just picking apart the Liberty right now. Nice little snake dribble by number 22 for a nice little scoop layup there. Looks like the Liberty are going to call a timeout. Right now, 85 to 91. We're talking about a 6-point lead by the Chicago Sky, man. So it doesn't look good for the Liberty, man. So, I mean, we are playing in Chicago. There's a lot of stuff going on here. But like I said, nice little fake there. She did a nice little Rajon Rondo behind the back kind of fake to slow down Dolson just now. Howard was asleep, though. Howard was asleep. As number 22 is making a layup, Howard is banking out as if she's waiting to get an outlet pass. So it's crazy. So Vandersloot is very good, man. 13 points, 10 assists, very good point guard, very steady out there. Vandersloot, she's been around a while. So that's what's up. Yeah, Brittany Griner, man. I feel bad for her. Everyone keeps talking about, but Chicago, but I keep saying Chicago. Russia is corrupt and it's like, yes, it's Russia. So I mean, it's not. What can you say? Yeah, man. But there's a white girl that did worse than her and this, that, and the other. Yeah, but it's Russia. Is Russia racist? Probably. Is Russia corrupt? Absolutely. Are they a communist nation? Yes. So I mean, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like Brittany Griner is, she's a celebrity. She played so many years there. But hey, man, it's still a corrupt nation. Here goes Sabrina. She just hits a 3-point shot. So quietly, the Liberty went on a quick little run there. So it's 91 to 90. Chicago's up by 1. You got 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Vandersloot just chucks up a 3-point shot. That was a bad decision. Why are you chucking up 3-point shots here when you have the momentum? So right now it seems like maybe the Liberty might have momentum now. Here go Leaney coming around to pick for Sabrina. Nice little give and go there for a backdoor play for Howard. Nice little layup there. So Liberty's up by 1 right now, 92 to 91 with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in this game. Vandersloot right there. She messed up the play, and then she gets caught out there missing another bad jump shot. On the inside, Howard was by herself, and the Sky almost scored there. Here goes Vandersloot again. 3 shots. She put up 3 shots, just throwing the shits up. So this is an opportunity for the Liberty to get a little bit of the lead here. Sabrina just chucks it just now. Big time jump shot there. It looked like she was coming off balance, and she hits a freaking Kobe-esque clutch pull-up jump shot there. Nice, man. She was leaning forward on that. So the Liberty up 94 to 91, man. So it went to a point where the Liberty were just losing by 6. Now they have a 3-point lead. Yeah, man. Big time pull-up jump shot there by Sabrina. But that give and go there, it was a nice little pick. And then Howard went back door, and Laney was able to find her back door. So I mean, like I'm telling you, man, for those that love basketball, you really need to get into the WNBA because, like I said, there's not a lot of athleticism. So, but if you like basketball, as far as like running plays and stuff like that, you really gonna like enjoy like watching them execute plays, man. Like the Liberty that backdoor play for Howard to get her open was fantastic. Howard right now has 22 points. Right now, remember I told you she only had 1 rebound. Now she has 6. So she's really stepped up in this fourth quarter, rebounding the basketball. To win a game like this, you're definitely gonna need to rebound. So Leaney, she has 13 right now. Sabrina also has 22, 6 and 6. Shout out to Dangerfield. Dangerfield only has 11 points. I don't know if the Liberty are gonna make an adjustment for the next game and possibly start Johanna or what's the name here? Whitcomb. Maybe start Whitcomb at at shooting guard. She's a good shooter. I don't know if they're gonna have to do that because Dangerfield, she's got to show and prove that she can contribute, man. If she's not gonna contribute as a starter, then they need to pull her. Because we can't be we can't be slouches against a team like this. So I mean, 2 minutes left in this game, 94 to 91. That's a big thing, man, for those that are checking out this game right now. Shout out to any WNBA fans that are watching, man. So like, if anybody there's a fan of the Liberty that just happen to be watching this this little podcast here, or maybe take a look at it later. If you enjoy it, man, if you finally catching on to what I'm saying here, give me some feedback. If you would like to see more WNBA play by play and talk, let me know. We can work something out here. Because like I said, during the summertime, I really like basketball. Love the WNBA. Especially in the summertime, I wouldn't mind devoting some time to this team. So good stuff here, man. This is big. 94 to 91, 2 minutes left in a playoff game. Like I said, it's best of 3. So if the Liberty still game 1, you go back to New York. New York is a tough place to play, regardless of where you're from. Brooklyn, and this, that, and the other. You might be able to steal a game in New York too, but you only need to win 2 games in the WNBA. They're still not even doing best of 5 series. You know why? Because nobody's watching. Nobody's really watching. So to have the arena open for all those games, nobody's watching. It's a shame. But it is what it is. So that's why they still, after all these years, only having the best of 3 series. So it's crazy. Man. So here we go. Candace Parker bringing the ball up the court to Miss Cooper. Cooper gives the ball on the inside to number 33. 33 is in the post here. Dribble handoff to number 22. 33 step up 3-point shot. No good. Nice little tap rebound by number 23 to Howard. Howard is losing her footing there. Gives it back to 23. 23 is at the freaking half court line. Got to be careful with these stupid refs that they have in the WNBA. Nice little pick and handoff there to Howard. Howard fakes the pull up, gets it to Laney. I think the shot clock is going out. I got 5 seconds left. Laney, nice little pull up, steps to the side, jump shot. That's what she does, man. 15 points for Laney. Let's go. 96 to 91. We got 1 minute and 20 seconds left in this game. Good defense by the Liberty, stopping the ball. They're trying to run their offense. A lot of movement there. Oh my God, Candace Parker, bad turnover, man. That was a bad turnover. She tried to jam a pass in on 3 Liberty defenders. That was a bad turnover for them. Wow. So I mean, did she get popped in the nose or something? Her nose looks a little flared. Wow, man, what a bad turnover. That was like a Julius Randle turnover right there for Candace Parker. We got 1 minute and 10 seconds left. The Liberty has a nice little buffer with 5 points. Against Chicago, man, 5 points ain't nothing. It's even with 1 minute left. They're applying pressure on Sabrina. Oh my God, Sabrina almost turns it over. They get the ball on the inside there. Dolson is holding the ball. Dribble handoff to Laney. Laney gets fouled. They call it offensive foul. These WNBA refs are the worst, man. That is not an offensive. They call it offensive foul on Dolson. Come on, man. You got to give the offensive player room to move, man. I wish I could replay that. That was atrocious. Here we goes Vanderfloot here, number 22, the point guard for the Chicago Sky. She gets the ball. Yeah, man, get these girls out of here. Come on, man. Number 14. She gets the ball and just throws up a 3-point shot. Come on, man. Liberty cannot play games with this team, man. Laney, bring the ball up. Nice little spin move. Yes. All right. You gotta just play the time game here. She was able to get all the way to the basket. She blows a layup. No foul call. Did they call a foul? Come on, man. So I mean, the Liberty finally get a call, and the Chicago Sky have the nerve to complain about it. No, no. Let me tell you the fouls right now again. The foul disparate the here we goes. Personal fouls, 17 personal fouls for the Liberty, 12 for Chicago. Free throw disparity, you're talking about 20-14. So I mean, it's not as bad as I'm making it out to be, but these referees in WNBA are worse than the NBA, definitely. So game face now for Sabrina. Got Laney at the free throw line. She knocks down both free throws, man. 98-91, New York Liberty. 38 seconds left in this game. I feel bad that I made fun of the Chicago the Liberty's coach and called her freaking Tom Thibodeau. I'm sorry I called her Tom Thibodeau, but I guess she knows more than me. He kept this group together in the fourth quarter, the entire fourth quarter, man. Come on. 10 minutes straight with these young ladies, and they still have their legs underneath him here to finish out this game. 98-91. If you wanna talk about blame right now, the Chicago Sky, they were trying to run the Liberty a little bit and take advantage of breaking down their defense so the Liberty's defense can't get set. Here's one thing that you need to know about the Liberty. If the Liberty can get their defense set, it's very hard to score against them. Because they stop the ball. They do a great job of stopping the ball. Stopping the ball and also clearing paths to the passing lanes, clearing passing lanes. So I mean, a couple of the bad choices here, especially with Candace Parker here at the end. Candace Parker made a bad decision passing into three people there. All right. Anyway, so here we go to Chicago Sky. They're calling a play here. They get the ball to Cooper at the top of the key. Cooper hasn't touched the ball in a while, and she's one of their leading scorers. Right now, here goes Candace Parker again. She's messing up the handle here. Number 14 is going to be forced to throw the ball up. He goes Cooper with a 3-point shot to God. Dolson just came in through a body in there to throw Candace Parker off for a square. Candace Parker looks a little tired, bro. She looks tired. I don't know. She hit her nose because her nose is like this. Maybe she's out of breath or something. She's like not really feeling it. Her knees are knocked right now. She has that knock knee situation going on. They get the ball to Candace. Candace fakes the three. She drives into a double team. Was able to get the ball into Cooper, but they call a personal foul on the inside. They call the fouls easy against the Liberty. One thing about the Liberty, I don't see them complaining. If the Knicks could take anything from the Liberty don't complain, bro. For all the bad calls that these refs have been calling the game today, the New York Liberty have not complained not once about any of the calls tonight. So respect to them. As the Chicago Sky, I think they missed their first free throw. So she misses her first free throw, Miss Cooper. She's 77%, 6 for 8 for tonight. See if she can miss this one. Boop. Yeah, she misses that one too. Dolson was able to tip the rebound to Sabrina. We got 13 seconds left in the game here. Chicago's trying to give a press, but the Liberty, Dolson had a layup, but Dolson is going to hold the ball. So Chicago surrenders, and the New York Liberty steal game 1 against the defending champions in Chicago Sky. So I'm saying, man, if you're not a fan of the Liberty, you got to get down with it, man. Big time win here by the Liberty to go into Chicago against the defending champions and really take it to them. This wasn't a mistake. They really wore Candace Parker down. Candace Parker looked tired. Her nose was like this, like towards the end of the fourth quarter. So, a couple really bad turnovers. Vanderfloot, I think she had like a double-double. She had 13 points and 10 assists, and she had a couple really bad possessions at the end there. 3 straight bomb 3-point shots that didn't really work out. That was like they basically gave the game away. So they're really gonna have to look at that tape. That, like I said, there's one thing too, that these Liberty girls that just got healthy. This is a big win, man. It's gonna be hard to scout them. So now after this one game, I'm quite sure Chicago Sky is going to dissect the film and try to figure out a way to crack what the Liberty are doing against Chicago. But I mean, stealing game one in a 3-game series is big, man. So I don't know how they work it. I think they work it how they it's just 1-1. So they're probably gonna be going to the Liberty. Here goes Sabrina
Situation all
talking.
year, and early on we were losing these games, but we found out what it takes to win, and we showed that tonight. We got to do it again.
Yeah.
You thrive in pressure moments. Why?
I just love pressure. I want to be great. I want to do whatever it takes to help my team win, and I was
She's
able to
good,
do that
man.
tonight.
Natasha Howard with 22 points as well. Benijah Laney coming back. How has
Yeah,
your team really pulled together down the stretch?
It took
For those that
everyone.
don't know, Benijah Laney is a big time scorer, man. So I mean, they basically have a big three. They got Sabrina, they got Laney, and they got Howard there. So that's a big three scoring, and they have the good role players too, man. So it's very exciting,
Franklin
guys.
Center.
We're going to try and win one here. So, but why not us? Everyone counted us out. Everyone didn't think we'd even make it to the playoffs. I think we
Yep.
had a 20% chance of getting in, and we all used that as fuel to the fire. And why not us? We believe in ourselves.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
what's up, man. Yeah, man. So for those that are wondering what the hell is Eru doing here talking about the Liberty, man, just pop in and see what the hell I'm talking about. The Liberty are in the playoffs, man. So I mean, they're right now they're the 7th seed against the champion Chicago Sky. Okay. So this is pretty big, man. So if they beat, if they can get past Chicago, then you could talk about playing against Connecticut and Dallas. Now, Connecticut and Dallas, I've actually seen them play against the Liberty a few times, and I think the Liberty matches up better with them. So if the Liberty can get past the Sky, you could talk about championship in New York for a basketball team, and it's not the Knicks or the Nets. So that to me, that's exciting. That's why I'm doing it, man. So shout out to everybody that's popping in here. They popped in, they took a look at what I'm saying. Any Liberty fans out there, if you're a Liberty fan, please contact me. For those that want to be a what they call a moderator. If you want to be a moderator, you could. This is the email for any WNBA fans. Check out the email there. You can contact me and let me know whether or not you would like to see more Liberty coverage, man. So anyway, it's your boy Eru. For those that don't know, Eru the Any Star, host of the Diehard Knicks podcast, Diehard Knicks podcast. So shout out to the Liberty, all the Liberty fans. Everybody's taking a look here. Shout out to State. State is here. What's good, State? Get the mics up, bro. I mean, listen, this is the WNBA, man. So I mean, I know this is gonna fuck up the algorithms, but I don't care about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So for like I'm saying here, once again, your boy Eru is out. 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking the thumb salute, and I'll see you guys later, man. Peace.